On 5 News, the worst fears for the economy are confirmed. Also today, protected from protests. Welcome to 5 News. I'm Claudia Liza Armah. We knew COVID-19 was going to have a devastating effect on the UK's economic activity. Well, today we got confirmation. Figures for April show our economy shrunk by over 20% as the lockdown took hold. It's the largest drop in history by quite some margin. Now pressures on the government to take action to get the country back on the road to recovery. Our political editor, Andy Bell, reports. Well, to get the economy moving again, there are plans to get businesses up and running. Today, in Northern Ireland, stores will be welcoming back customers after almost 3 months. And in England, as Andy was saying, all non-essential shops will be allowed to open their doors again on Monday. But in the age of social distancing, how different will the experience actually be? Simon Weigel's been finding out. To Andy Bell, who joins us from Westminster. And Andy, let's talk about something we don't talk about quite so much these days, Brexit. And given the pandemic, there's been pressure on the government to try to extend the transition period, but that's been ruled out.
Absolutely.
Look at some other news now. And British Airways, EasyJet and Ryanair have launched legal action against the government's 14-day quarantine policy. Now, in anticipation of more anti-racism protests, statues of figures who've been accused of holding racist views, including Sir Winston Churchill, have been boarded up to protect them from vandalism. It's a move that's angered many, including the Prime Minister, who's called it absurd and shameful. Julian Drucker reports. Now, from the start of the pandemic, the government promised that a protective ring had been thrown around care homes to shield the most vulnerable in our society. Well, today it's been revealed that up to 25,000 hospital patients were discharged into homes in England at the height of the outbreak without all being tested for COVID-19. It's created a crisis never seen before in our care homes. And one boss told 5 News that they've not had the support to deal with it. Tom Barton has more. Still to come on 5 News. See you after the break. Welcome back. This weekend marks 3 years since a fire ripped through Grenfell Tower in London, claiming the lives of 72 people. The tragedy prompted a criminal investigation, a public inquiry, and promises that other buildings would be made safe. But 36 months on, 2,000 blocks are still covered in dangerous cladding, leaving thousands of residents sleeping in potential fire traps every night. Catherine Jacob reports. The Sun newspaper has said it didn't intend to glorify domestic abuse after it was criticised over a front-page story featuring J.K. Rowling's abusive ex-husband. Now, pigeon racing isn't the type of sport that you'd usually associate with a 9-year-old girl, but that hasn't stopped Elizabeth Cook. She's one of the youngest competitors in the country after following in the footsteps of her dad and granddad. And now that the sport has returned after lockdown, Elizabeth is being hailed as a future star. Ruth Lipshot went to meet her. Oh, I love it, doing it for the girls. Now, Prince William has spoken to Arsenal players and staff about the importance of looking after our mental health during the pandemic. Before we go, let me tell you what's coming up on 5 News tonight. Well, that's it for now. Claire Nazir has weather next. I'll hopefully see you again in around an hour's time at 6:30. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. Hopefully see you later.